Away. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Thank you very much for being here. My name is Dak Hardwick. I am the chair of the Alexandria Democratic Committee. And on a very rainy evening, I want to thank you all for joining us for the first of two debates with our 14 Democratic City Council candidates for the 2012 Alexandria City Council. We are delighted to have you here. It goes without saying that a debate like this, the format is a little challenging with 14 candidates. We've taken great care to ensure that all of the candidates that are behind me have an opportunity to talk to you about their vision for our city. We hope that you find this format lively and engaging. After this particular debate is over, we will have another debate on Monday, June 4th at George Washington Middle School at 10005 Mount Vernon Avenue. We'll take an opportunity then to evaluate whether the format that we're working with now is effective or whether we need to rejigger some things. I do want to do a couple of special thanks. And if these folks are in the room, and I know that most of them are, if you can just please stand. We could not have pulled off this debate without a lot of work from the following people. Don Bush, our ADC debate chair. Oh, please hold your applause. There are a few folks to go through. Don Bush, our ADC debate chair. Craig Pfeiffer, the ADC parliamentarian and this evening's timekeeper. Carter Beatty, the president of the Alexandria Young Democrats and our camera operator for this evening. Shanika Pridgeon, who is our vice chair at the ADC and the person doing the time notification for the candidates. John and Dottie Eisenhower, who are our ADC office staff, thank you very much. Mike Manass, who is doing our microphones this evening, thank you very much. And Christine Anderson and all of the staff at Hammond Middle School and all of the staff associated with the Alexandria Public Schools, thank you very much for your help in pulling this together. If we could have a big round of applause for these folks, that'd be great. In addition, I want to thank members of the media that are here covering this debate. We've done as much as we could to get the word out about these two debates, and so if you are a member of a civic association, a PTA, a nonprofit organization, please make sure that your friends and neighbors know that on June 4th we'll have a second debate. That's 8 days before the primary on June 12th, so we hope that you'll be able to come out then. So our candidates have, for this particular format, 3.5 pages of rules for this format. Unfortunately, because of the 3.5 pages of rules for our candidates, there are some rules for you as the audience, and so I would ask that you hang with me a little bit as I go through some of these rules. The ADC is committed to civility for both our candidates and the audience. We ask that you not hiss, clap, cheer, or boo during any issues, questions, or responses. We have timed this debate to approximately 2.5 hours. Any audience interruptions guarantees the extension of the debate. We ask that you please go ahead and silence all of your cell phones and pagers. This includes you candidates, cell phones and pagers. And that we ask that you respect the people that are sitting around you and not have discussions during the debate. If you do wish to have a conversation, we ask that you take it back into the lobby. We really do sincerely appreciate your cooperation with this. At this time, I think it's important to note that running for public office is a daunting challenge. And whether you agree or disagree with the candidates, you have to give them credit for putting themselves out there to stand before you as a candidate to represent you as a city. And so what I would like at this time is for all the 14 candidates behind me to please stand, and you audience give them a round of applause for being candidates for City Council. Thank you. We at the ADC are working on our social networking skills. You can like us on Facebook, Alexandria Democratic Committee. For this evening's debate, we are on Twitter. If you are a Twitterer, the hashtag tonight is ADCDebate. ADCDebate is the hashtag. And with that, I'd like to introduce to you somebody that most of you are familiar with. He is our Democratic nominee for mayor and Alexandria's current mayor. Mayor Bill Ewell, please come up and give us a few words.
Thank you very much, Dak. And first of all, let me extend congratulations to the Alexandria Democratic Committee for hosting this event tonight, inviting the citizens of this great city of Alexandria to come out and participate, an opportunity to hear from the candidates. And first of all, let me, again, Dak acknowledge the candidates, and we gave them a round of applause, but to thank the candidates for stepping up to the plate and making themselves available for one of the 6 seats on city council, and hopefully that the Democrats will have all 6 of those seats in the next election. But certainly, as you've already heard, it's a daunting task to be an elected official, period, but certainly to be on the city council in the city of Alexandria and during these times, simply because there are a lot of challenges that we face and a lot of hard work and a lot of tough decisions that need to be made. And so you, the audience, will have an opportunity to listen, to observe, to witness, to see, to hear, and to make your own decision in terms of who among the 14 are the best 6 qualified candidates to represent you on the next city council. And it's a historical moment. It's a historical opportunity that we will be encountering on November 6th, because for the first time in modern times, we will be having the city council election along with the national election for President of the United States of America and for the U.S. Senate and other offices throughout this great Commonwealth. So all the more reason why you need to be very attentive to what these folks have to say, because our local issues are not that far different from a lot of the regional and national issues. And so it's important that you understand where these candidates stand on issues so that you can cast your vote on first of all, in the June 12th primary, and then the general election in November. And so with that, I just want to say to you that Alexandria is 262 years strong, and we're poised to enter a great future and prepare our city for the upcoming generations. I am honored to have served on the City Council for the past 18 years and the last 9 years as your mayor, and I look forward to continuing to serve once reelected on November 6th for another term. So with that, God bless you. Thank you. Enjoy the program.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great pleasure to introduce to you this evening's debate moderator. He is truly a giant in Virginia political journalism, and we are honored to have him here this evening. Bob Gibson, a native of Arlington, Virginia, is currently the executive director of the Sorensen Institute for Political Leadership at the University of Virginia. Bob is a graduate of the University of Virginia, class of 1972, with a BA in Government and Foreign Affairs. After serving as news director for WCHV Radio in Charlottesville, he then joined Charlottesville's The Daily Progress in August 1976 and held a number of positions with the newspaper. He began his career covering police and local courts and eventually expanded his reporting to state and local politics and government. He was named city editor in 1982 and later special projects editor in 1992 when he wrote a series about racial disparities and justice in local courts. Bob joined the Sorensen Institute as executive director in 2008. In addition to his newspaper work, Bob hosted a weekly political call-in show on WINA Radio in Charlottesville for 7 years. He also hosted a public radio talk show since 2001 on WVTF-FM in Roanoke in Charlottesville. Bob has been a contributor and a guest on public radio stations WAMU's Kojo Namdi show in Washington, D.C., and often serves as host of Evening Edition for public radio WVTF. Bob is the winner of several Virginia Press Association awards, including the 1993 Virginia Bar Association Award in the field of law and justice and the 1993 Southern Journalism Award for investigative reporting. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to our moderator, Bob Gibson.
Thank you, Dak. Thank you very much for that too long introduction. It's a pleasure to be here with so many residents of Alexandria. I was born in Alexandria some years ago and just had the good fortune of growing up the street in Arlington, and it's good to be home. My job this evening is to keep us on time and to have people roughly follow the rules, and I will explain the rules now. And if someone gets a red card at the end of a time, they can finish a sentence, and if they don't, then they get the chicken out of the microwave or the stop talking bell. We are acknowledging that the response times are brief. However, we're not looking for people to explain the challenge, but rather what they would do to address the issue. The issues are not new, but are hopefully things conscientious candidates have been given considerable thought to before being faced with the relevant questions this evening. On timekeeping, we have 30-second answers, and you'll be shown a yellow card when you have 15 seconds left, and then a red card when your time is up. On questions with 60-second answers, you'll be shown the yellow card when you have 30 seconds left, and a red card when your time is up. And when your time is up, please just complete the sentence and stop. If the results in any way seem odd or contrived, the Alexandria Democratic Committee can only reaffirm that every selection was made on a totally random basis. The My Point of View cards, rebuttal cards, every candidate should have 2 of these, and they can't be used on the short 30-second questions, but if you raise one during a core question, then you'll be given 30 seconds to respond after the candidate who has just given a statement. So let's begin with our first segment. What are the top 2 priority issues that you would focus on if you're elected to council? The top 2 priority issues, and we'll start with Sammy Moschenberg.
Hi, I'm Sammy Moschenberg, and I look forward to working with people in this city to address the problems of affordable housing, transportation, and maintaining a high quality of life for everyone in this city.
Thank you, Sammy. And John Chapman.
Good evening. My name is John Taylor Chapman. I'm a native Alexandrian who's been heavily involved in this community, also serving as former president of local NAACP. My 2 main issues important to me are improving our education system as well as making some positive changes in affordable housing.
Thank you. Sean Hallahan.
Hi, I'm Sean Hallahan. I believe that Alexandria needs leaders who will ensure more oversight of our public schools and smarter development that will move our city forward while honoring our progressive values.
Thank you. Donna Fossum.
Hello, I'm Donna Fossum. I've lived here for 30 years in the West End. I think several of our major issues are transportation. How do we move people, not cars? Safety, public safety, and I'm proud to say I've been successful in helping to get affordable housing in the West End.
Thank you. Michael Hepburn.
Good evening, everyone. Excuse me. The 2 issues that I would like to focus on as far as my top priorities would be creating a pathway to success for all of our kids here in Alexandria. And the second would be making sure that we are creating affordable housing solutions with smart growth and inclusive collaboration that involves all of us being able to have a part in making this a better city for everybody.
Thank you. Boyd Walker.
Yes, I'm Boyd Walker, and my 2 issues would be development and transportation. As many of you know, for the last year, I've been working against the city's commercial hotel development along the waterfront, which we have successfully blocked by blocking the zoning, and I have against the Beauregard plan. I spoke against it at the Planning Commission, and I will speak against it Saturday. It is not ready. We need to build better plans, have a better planning process that involves the community more, and have more consensus when these plans move forward. We can't just say it's okay to have a second-rate plan.
Thank you. Justin Wilson.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming. My name is Justin Wilson. I believe the major focus, if I'm elected to City Council, will be protecting the fiscal and physical infrastructure of this city, providing new transportation options, and ensuring that every child has an opportunity to thrive. Thank you so much, and I look forward to your questions.
Thank you. Paul Smedberg.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Paul Smedberg. I think the 2 issues the next council and future councils will have to deal with will be implementation of the small area plans, including the key component of transportation, and balancing our residential and commercial development so we have a sustainable economy and a sustainable budget.
Thank you. Arthur Peabody.
I'm Arthur Peabody. Good evening. Member, former chairman of our school board. For me, the issues are traffic, density, and development. These decisions matter. We need to get them right. In education, public education, the future, it's our greatest investment. Look forward to your questions.
Thank you. Victoria Menjivar.
Good evening. I am Victoria Menjivar, and I am running for City Council because I want a city where all can thrive. My most important issues are affordable housing and where everybody can live, and also creating a political culture where all people can participate and are heard.
Thank you. Tim Levain.
I think that Alexandria needs to commit itself to the principles of smart growth so that we can deal with the development pressures in a way that can actually reduce traffic and improve our quality of life. We also need to continue to look for ways to ensure that our public schools get the resources they need.
Thank you. Allison Silverberg.
Good evening. I'm Allison Silverberg. I'm the chair of the Economic Opportunities Commission for the city, and I've been a member for the last 8 years. And as